Hey, assalamu alaikum everyone. A while back I did the week in the life of a Madinah student, and in this video I want to do a sort of sequel to that video. So in this video I will be showing you the weekend in the life of a Madinah student. What we, or at least I, do during the weekends, the fun activities that are around that students can partake in, and how I kind of structure my weekend out. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Assalamu alaikum. Hey, assalamu alaikum everyone. Look at my cars. No, I'm just joking. So right now I'm outside. It's like 7, 8 o'clock-ish. And I'm going for my morning jog, walk, run. Look at the, see? Outside. And this is one of the first things I do in the morning outside of getting my morning brew. And the reason why I do this is because I feel like the weekend's my time. Like I have 24/7 to do whatever I want. You know, obviously when you go to school, you have to like go there, go to school, sit down, maybe wait for the teacher. Maybe the teacher didn't come. Maybe you have a test that day and you're stressed out. But on the weekend, it's my time. I have more free time on the weekend, obviously. So I like to get my morning, like to get my workouts done in the morning. And there is a tradition from the Sahabas and the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to be physically fit. There is a tradition of that. And there's a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam where he says that المؤمن القوي خير وأحب إلى الله من مؤمن ضعيف. A strong believer is more beloved and closer to Allah than a weak believer. Now look, I don't know I'm not going to get into the huge tafsir of this hadith because I'm not a scholar. But when I was in class here in Medina, also from other shayukh, they explained that this hadith is about obviously your iman, being a strong believer, being close to Allah and all that. But it's also about your about being physically strong. There's also another tafsir that a lot of the scholars give about this. Now obviously I didn't look at all the books of this hadith. However, this is what our teachers told us in Medina. So I'm just going based off what they're saying and some of the other scholars as well. And I think it's really important to be physically strong, fit. You don't have to get like a six-pack, obviously, but to be physically strong, have some physical activity, to be healthy. Suggestion to all of you guys, students of knowledge, especially in the weekends when you have free time, try getting more physical activity. Try walking, try running, try jogging, try lifting weights. I think people should also have a weight lifting session like 3 times a week at least, you know, because that's really beneficial, not just walking and running, but also lifting weights. Now, in terms of walking and running, I just like to do it simple. On my phone, like all smartphones, they monitor how many steps you do in the day. So what I do is like I try reaching every day for like 11, 12,000 steps a day. You know, maybe 10, 12,000 steps a day. If I can do more, that's great. But I try reaching at least 10,000. And people should start doing that. Now, maybe not everyone can do 10,000. Maybe that's hard. But just increase it. Increase it by 1,000. Increase it by 2,000. If you go for a 30, 40-minute walk, like every day, just an extra 30, 40-minute walk, you'll easily get 3,000, 4,000 steps added to that day. And imagine how good that is for your physical activity. Whether you want to lose weight or whatever the case may be, that's really beneficial. Hey guys, I'm going to finish this walk, run, jog. I'll see you guys later. Hey everyone, just got back from working out. It's like, what, like 9 o'clock right now? Almost 9 o'clock. And one of the things I like doing on the weekends is drinking more coffee. No, I'm just joking. This was the coffee I drink in the morning. One of the things I like doing in the morning is studying. I like to get my studying done, like review, studying, writing, whatever the case may be that I have to do, out of the way in the morning. Like specifically on like Friday, because we have Friday and Saturday off, I like to finish everything before the hard time. Just because then, you know, you never know what the rest of the day is going to hold. Let's say you want to go out with some of your friends, you know, go to the mall, you know, you might go to the Harem to hang out with people, maybe do some durus there. If you like, you know, in the morning, you read Quran a little bit, you work out, and you study, you got a lot of things done. If you really think about it, you got so much things done. And I think one of the important aspects, especially for a student of knowledge on the weekends, is to get up early. You know, like, there's so much benefit, there's so much khair getting up early. That's when the Prophet ﷺ did a lot of his work, was in the morning. He met with people, he did work. The sunnah of the Prophet is not to sleep after Fajr. My suggestion is, everyone should wake up early. Try waking up earlier than usual. I think all of us should follow the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Try not to sleep after Fajr, or maybe if you're really tired, you slept late, sleep like an hour, wake up like 7:30, maybe wake up like 8ish, and then get to work, you know? So right now, I'm gonna review. You know, I have like 2.5 hours before Jummah. Obviously, not all those 2.5 hours are going to be just studying hardcore. It's kind of hard to do that. But a lot of it's going to be review, studying some of my books. Maybe like I'll pick like 2 or 3, you know, subjects that I'm kind of weak in. And then, yeah, and then I'll see you guys again for Jummah prayer. See ya. Hey guys, so I'm back from studying and scrolling YouTube sometimes, but anyway, the first event just went off for Friday prayer. I couldn't make time to go to the Harem today, sadly. It's very packed, the Harem. So I'm just gonna go to the masjid by my apartment, see? Right here. And here in Medina, because I know like in America, you don't really hear the adhan because it's not loud. So, but here, what's great about here is like there's always a masjid like really close by. So even if you can't make the Harem, you can easily just go to the masjid close to wherever you're, to like the dorm, your house, or wherever you are. And what's great is that they have 2 adhans. So the first adhan is kind of like a wake-up call, like, hey, get ready, you know, go to the masjid, get ready, do wudu, and all that stuff. And of course, the sunnah of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for Friday prayer is, you know, do ghusl, like car coming. Yeah. Ghusl, do ghusl, you know, put good perfume on, go to the masjid early, read Surah Kaf. So when the first adhan comes, I like to have gotten all that stuff ready. I like to have done the ghusl. I like to have my wudu. And then when I hear the first adhan, that's me. Okay, I'm gonna go to the masjid, you know, pray Salatul Duha when I get there, and then read some of Surah Kaf. And obviously I'm walking to the masjid. I have it really close by. But if you have the ability to walk, try walking, because every step you take to the masjid, it's a reward to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam goes. And yeah, guys, so I'm 20 minutes early, alhamdulillah. And, you know, be persistent with your time. Try coming early. Again, read Surah Kaf. The other stuff's very loud AC. And then, yeah, guys, so I'll see you after Jummah prayer. Hey everyone. So yeah, I just got back from the masjid from Jummah prayer. One of the things many people wanted me to talk about for my YouTube videos was what does a Madinah student do outside the school? Like outside of studying, like reading books and going to lectures. There must be other stuff that Madinah students do. And in this video, I will get to those as well. But I want to talk to you guys about what the rest of my day will look like, and then we'll obviously go through the rest of the day with video. Right now, I'm actually going to go to my brother-in-law's house. I'm going to have some lunch with him there, with his family. And Dhuhr is very much like the downtime here in Medina, is how I kind of get the vibe of it. It's a lot of work is done like after Fajr. Then you have the Dhuhr, which is the middle of the day. Obviously, like right now it's winter, but usually it's like super hot in the middle of the day. You can't really do anything, or if you usually people would take a nap before the Dhuhr or a little bit after the Dhuhr. And many students during the Dhuhr, especially during the days off, that's what they do. They go out for lunch, they go out for coffee, they hang out with people, they go out other people's dorm rooms, maybe like drink some chai or whatever, like tea there. And that's something really beautiful here in Medina, which is something I also advise students is like, don't just focus on studying. Like have some time with friends, have some time with family members if they're here, have some time having fun with other people. You can really benefit from your friends. Don't just stick being alone, because you won't benefit as much. Always find friends who are beneficial to you, who will make you be better people in the long term. And if you find friends like those, which there are many in Medina, alhamdulillah, then you will benefit greatly from them. After this time in Dhuhr, after eating lunch, probably just go home. After Asr, inshallah, I will go to the Harem after Asr, but see how my time works out. And then Asr till Isha is, usually time of, reading books, maybe reading books, reviewing Quran, memorizing a new part of the Quran, maybe doing some, muraja, like review of the Quran. And then maybe like after Maghrib, a little bit after that, I might hang out with some friends because right now there's no durus in the Harem, and sometimes, especially after Maghrib, like it's not bad just to hang out with some people, maybe talk, sit down or whatever it is. And then, and then we'll see after Isha what the game plan is. So yeah, guys, see ya. We'll see the weekend life of a Madinah student waiting for a package. Package?
Yep.
Yep, just waiting for a package. This is my brother-in-law, Hudhaifa Al-Albani, YouTube, TikTok. Yep, this is the Medina life. Alright, this part's boring. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I'm in the Harem now, so you see. A lot of people here. Yeah, on days off, Friday, Saturday, there's a lot of people. Anyway, so today what I did, as I said, I went to my brother-in-law's house, had some lunch, got that package that he wanted, that he ordered, and now I'm in the Harem. Right now it's Maghrib time, so we just prayed Maghrib, and I have my backpack here with some of my books and stuff like that, but I think I'll show you guys that afterwards. I want to show you guys now stuff around the Harem, what you guys can do, what I usually do if I go out with my friends, day off, just want to relax or whatever. In the Harem, there's not as many durus, like classes during Friday and Saturday. There are some, but not that many. They're kind of not as, so a lot of the times students in Medina, they either come here, go to the library, or stay in the Harem, review some Quran, or they go out with some of their friends, or clear they do YouTube videos. But I'll show you guys some of the stuff around the Harem, some of the coffee shops and stuff, some places for relaxing. But generally I advise students that have a time in the Harem just to study. I would suggest going after Asr. Today I didn't go after Asr, but I would suggest going after Asr, studying there, doing some review, reading Quran, memorizing. And then like after Maghrib, because it's only like a short time, 1 hour, then you can hang out with people, then you can do other stuff, hang out with your friends. I think that's the best schedule, in terms of schedule, what to do when it comes to the Harem and stuff. So hey guys, I'll show you guys the stuff around it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so for reference, we were all the way over there. Now we're going that way. Alrighty people, we have arrived. We're all the way over there. Now we're over here. Over here, a lot of students go to the hotels. I was just showing you in the video. And I don't like doing that. I don't like, because the hotels have a place to sit down, but I don't like going from the Harem to the hotel, drink a coffee. If I'm at the Harem, I want to go to the Harem and stay at the Harem, sit down. So I don't know, it's a different vibe than just sitting at a coffee shop somewhere. So yeah, look, there's some Krispy Kremes. For us Americans, we are so happy for this because Krispy Kreme lines are crazy. There's KFC. I think there's Hardee's over there. Don't get Hardee's. Hardee's not good. And there's some stores over there, some bakalas if you want a Red Bull or whatever, or a regular drink. But usually the KFC has huge lines, so I'll just go for the Krispy Kreme coffee, not the donuts. I'm over here from the Harem. I'm gonna show you guys where the Starbucks is here, because it's all the way at the other side. So I'll show you guys, inshallah. Alrighty guys, we're at the other section that I want to talk to you guys about. See over there? That was the Harem. We went directly in front of the Prophet's Masjid. Now we're going to Starbucks. So, after your ibadah, after your worship, you can give money to some greedy corporations. So Starbucks. This video is not sponsored by Starbucks. Yeah, there's more places in the Harem to go get stuff. But again, my suggestion is don't go to the coffee shops. I understand wanting to go out with your friends and, that vent is making a lot of noise. I understand wanting to go out with your friends and stuff like that, but you should mostly spend your time in the Harem, especially when you want to hang out. If you want to go out, get a coffee and come back, or get a drink, that's reasonable. But to come to the Harem and then to go into these hotels and drink a coffee, I don't know. I don't really find that great. Because just being in the Harem, you get so much barakah. You're always thinking about Allah. you know. Even if you're not, just the environment around you will make you think of a lot more than sitting at a coffee shop. So I suggest if you guys come here, just hang out with your friends, go for a walk, you know, burn some calories, and get a workout out, but then come back to the Harem. So yeah, I've been holding my phone for a long time. A lot of walking. I think I got like 12,000 steps right there. So guys, in a bit, the adhan for Isha is gonna come up, and we're gonna pray Isha. And I actually want to talk to you guys about what to do in the Harem when you're here. And I want everyone to know that, like, one of the main reasons people come to Madinah University is for the Harem. And sadly, a lot of people waste the time at the Harem. They don't do anything of benefit. I see so many people when they get together with their friends, they don't even talk about Islam. They don't talk about anything related to Islam. And some people even some people backbite about other people, do haram stuff while in the Harem. And like, that's so sad. Because so many people, like, you know, gave up so much of their lives back home. They come all the way here and what, waste time. And my advice for everyone is this. I almost hit someone. My advice for everyone is this. Understand that everything you do, if you're doing it for the sake of Allah, and you're doing it with a pure goal in mind, and you're doing the right actions, Allah will reward you for that. You know, and so there needs to be a balance. Not everything is studying, but not also everything is not just hanging out with people. You can't spend 24/7 studying. You also can't spend 24/7 hanging out at a coffee shop. You have to be in the middle. And what I mean by being in the middle is, you know, there's time for fun, there's time for studying, and there's time for work, and there's time for relaxing. And again, like, I want to show a realistic view of what to do in, like, the Harem. Because I could have came here and shown you guys me reading Quran and me reading books, but that's not what, like, no student just studies, you know. And if you do, that's an extreme. And it's like the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where the three men, one guy said, I'll fast every single day, one guy said, I'll pray all night, one guy says, I won't get married to worship Allah. And when the Prophet ﷺ heard this, he told the guys, like, look, I don't fast every single day, I don't pray all night. The main important thing is use your time wisely. Understand that you need to study, understand you need to have fun, understand that you need to worship Allah in everything that you guys do. And even when you're with people, understand that have the right intention in mind and do the right actions and do good, and you will even be rewarded for that. So yeah, guys. So here I am outside again, doing my morning jog / run. A lot of it's consistency, guys. Gotta be consistent. I'll talk to you guys more about that when I'm inside. And then about consistency and the importance of it. Hey everyone, after my workout and some other stuff, back home, you can see my door to this room. And now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna study. I have tafsir. Yesterday I studied Tadribat, which is like the grammar portion. I mostly studied that. Now I'm going to study Tafsir and Tawheed. And if yesterday's video was about managing your time, thinking of how you're wasting your time, or like how you're spending your time is a better phrase of it, today's video is, the theme of it, as I would say, is about being consistent. Consistency is so important. Creating good habits and being consistent with those habits. And I know this is like a channel based on Islam, but actually there's actually a good book called Atomic Habits. I read it a while back, and that book really actually does teach one how to create good habits and be consistent and stick with those habits. It was actually a really interesting read, because the reason why I'm talking about this is because, as the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ goes, the best deeds to Allah are the ones that are small, but they are consistent. And the reason why I'm saying this is because so many students, like, they're either really headstrong in the beginning of, okay, I'm going to study, I'm going to read all the right books, I'm going to memorize everything, I'm going to memorize all the hadiths in all the books, I'm going to memorize all the kalimat jadid, the new words. And then, like, by the end, they don't really do much because they set themselves up so much. Maybe the first 2-3 weeks, they're so consistent, and they die out. And there's the other group of students who like, I'll study later. The semester is gonna end. I have time. I have one more month. Then you have, oh, I have 4 more weeks. Oh, the exam's in 2 weeks. I'll study then. And when that exam time comes, like they're staying up all night studying and they don't do that good because, you can't just study the night before. The key to success, especially being a student, like let's just talk about being a student getting good grades, is being consistent. Having a kind of set schedule how you do stuff and trying to stick within and being consistent with that. For instance, yesterday I ran in the morning. Today I ran in the morning. Yesterday after my running, I took a shower and got to work. Today, took a shower, got to work. It's the same pattern. And I know that might sound boring. Some people want like this, like, oh, I want to do something else with my life. I want my life to be spontaneous. But like when you get older, I'm speaking like an old man, okay? Like I'm an old wise man. But like when you get older and like you see like the results that come from being consistent, you'll feel much happier than living a spontaneous, energetic life. Because again, like if you set up a consistent goal of doing stuff, then you'll have fun doing those, what you used to thought were boring activities. But I wanted to go back into that book about the Atomic Habits. One thing it says is that in order, people try to like set goals and do stuff like, okay, I'm gonna study every day. If I study every day, then I'm gonna become a student of knowledge. No. Change the way you think about this. Say, I'm a student of knowledge. A student of knowledge, what does a student of knowledge do? They study every day. They review. That's the way. Don't try to make yourself a student of knowledge by studying, but think of yourself as a student of knowledge and study because that is a trait, that is a person that you are. Once you set this framework differently, it becomes so much easier. So yeah, that's the thing, guys. Just wanted to give that little bit of advice, sponsor a book. And I'm gonna get back to tafsir and studying and stuff. And I'll see you guys after. Hey guys, I'm at a hadika. I think I was like, going out to the park for a picnic. And I went out with some of the boys. I mean, I guess it can be described as the boys. Essentially some of the married guys, my family, their families. One of the things a lot of Madinah students do, is they go on these picnics. The reason why, especially during this time, January, December, is because it's so nice. Especially now since it rained these couple last week or whatever. It just feels so different. Alhamdulillah. But people generally go to hadikas. Usually during the summer, it's after Maghreb, because that's when it's like, or like before Maghreb, after Maghreb, that's when it's actually really nice and cool. But now since it's winter, like January, it's pretty nice. Hey guys, so coming back from the hadika, from like the picnic park thing as I was explaining, which is a nice thing, it was a nice change of pace, it's a really relaxing and good time to go once in a while. Interestingly, this weekend I've been actually going out quite a bit. Usually the structure of my weekend is work out, study, then when like Dhuhr comes, lunch break, maybe take a nap, considering, but usually in the weekends not as much, I'm not as tired. Then after Dhuhr, Asr comes, Asr study a bit, Maghrib time comes, and Maghrib just depending on if I study as much as I need in Asr time, or I didn't go out, then I study. If not, then I have more time to relax. Then Isha time, and then it's not a whole lot to do after Isha, really. It's more, after Isha, if you didn't do a lot of work, doing work at Isha time is a little bit hard, in my opinion. I wasn't able to go to the mall this weekend, because I was out. However, sometimes during the weekends, maybe me and my family, we might go to the mall, grab something to eat, maybe just walk around, just do anything, grab a cup of coffee, walk around. However, this weekend I didn't, however, there will be B-roll footage placed right here showing the two malls, the two famous malls a lot of students go out on is Noor Mall. There you have McDonald's, Burger King, and some other stores like clothing stores, stuff like that, which is a little bit expensive, but that's okay. It's more just like a hangout place. And Mega Mall or Rashid, that mall is really good as well. That's a bigger mall, and there's more, There's more restaurants, there's more fast food options, and that's actually the preferred one. I like that one more. They have Tim Hortons coffee too, which I like Tim Hortons. I'm not Canadian. Better than Starbucks is black coffee. I'll give it that. So yeah, those will be the B-roll footage placed here, showing it to you guys. And I didn't have a chance to go to the Harem today. You know, I could have gone tomorrow and put it here, but I'm being honest, showing that sometimes you just cannot go to the Harem. There'll be days where you just cannot. There'll be days you're busy, something happens, and you just cannot go. And that is okay. I'm showing you the real weekend in the life of Madinah students. Sometimes you just can't go. So yeah, guys, that's about it so far. I'll see what the rest of my day holds. Well, night, because after Maghreb. Alrighty, guys, this is the end of the video. I thought I recorded this video, this end portion, during that weekend part when I was filming the rest, but apparently I didn't, and I couldn't find the video. So this is a way later in my editing process that I'm filming this, looking over the video. And I think the main two things I want to get over, the main two lessons, because I always have to have a lesson in these videos, is time management is important and being consistent. If you have these two things, everything else will fall in place, inshallah. Honestly, I think the weekend is one of the most important times for a student of knowledge. It's your free time, you know, especially when you're here in Medina. You don't have to work during the weekends. You are dedicated to studying and, you know, being a student of knowledge, maybe hanging out with people, and whatever can increase the reward to Allah, whatever can increase your status to Allah, that is what's important for every Muslim, for every student of knowledge. And when it comes to the weekend, spend your time wisely, be consistent with it, and you won't see results right away. An analogy I can give is, you know, somebody who works out and like lifts weight for one day and he really puts in like 2 hours, he can go to the mirror the next day and he won't see the big difference. You only see a difference after, you know, the first month, 2, 3, maybe 4 months. Then you'll start seeing the difference. Same thing with here. You won't see the results right away when you study. But when you get that A in the end, when you get that really high grade, maybe, inshallah, that's when you'll see the fruits of what you put out. So yeah, guys, this is the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum.